Welcome back. Here I have the heavier cardstock, like the one that I was showing you that if you cut apart like a cereal box or anything like that. So this one is really good. A lot of people, if you haven't done your recycling yet, you have a lot of extra cereal boxes and things, or little bits of cardboard around. If you've got the kiddies at home, it's a very good way to keep them amused because they don't have to worry about the paper buckling or it running off of the paper or anything like that. So I tend to use cardstock for a lot of my children's workshops because it's more forgiving for the younger folk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on with the warm colors that you see on this side on my palette, and I will put in the second layer. This one might, because it's cardboard, it will possibly not absorb as much as the regular paper does. So it could take a little bit longer to dry. We'll see what happens. But I will start to bring in some of the warmer colors and maybe get into some pattern as well. We'll see. And I'll put on some music and we can just have fun getting into the flow of the painting. And at the end of it, I will... What did you drop, baby? What was that? Did you drop your toy? Sorry, he dropped something. And what we'll do is at the end of the video, I will come back and do a little bit of talking about what it was that I did in this one. It's a little bit different for each one, so it's hard to talk about it before, and it's hard to talk about it during, so it's best just to talk about it after I've done the stuff to this particular surface. So I hope you enjoy, and we shall get right into the painting. And the music I'm listening to is Nü Fiona. They are a really sweet group of ladies who live just up the road from me. Really talented, wonderful musicians. I love listening to their music while I paint. So I will play some while I do my thing. And if you like them, please do check them out on Spotify or iTunes. And I'll also put links in the description so you can follow along to find out more about them. And here we go with the painting. And I am listening to a playlist on YouTube since I'm also on YouTube right now. So there may be commercials. I apologize in advance. I will try to get rid of them as quickly as I can when they come up. So let's begin painting. Yeah, the little puppies here. Zelda was with me earlier, but she decided she wanted to go outside. So off she went. Doing whatever it is Zeldas do, we don't know. And this is still just with acrylic paint. I'm just adding a little bit more pattern so that I have some more interest to work with on my background. Mina tankar har ett fast grepp. Snälla släpp taget nu och låt det gå. Det du gör nu gör det inte lätt. Och jag är rädd för att brista. Jag är rädd för att se. Och jag är rädd för att gråta. Och jag orkar inte mer. Chunk. You can see I'm using the color very lightly in some areas. And there's no particular reason for that. Just because it feels good right now. Good boy. And I'm just using up the rest of the warm colors that are on my palette, and then I'll move on to some other colors with the next layers. I feel like I want to turn this way. And that's one thing you'll notice. You do turn them now and then. also seems to have a bird in it. One of the first ones I did had a bird in it, too. On the canvas one. Just feels that way, so I'm just kind of going with it. This is reminiscent of a tree, but it's also sort of reminiscent of the linden pods that I have kicking about. So I'm not sure where this one's going. And it may yet change again. Oh, apparently Zelda wants back in again. She'll just have to wait a minute. You see why it's best to wait until certain colors dry before you go in with another color. Especially white, because it tends to smear. So, this is where this one is at now. This one apparently has another bird in it, who knew? And just because I saw his little head here, and then I noticed a line that went down this way, so I just kind of followed it, and then same thing with here, and then I figured, okay, well his back is probably here, and yeah, so I don't know where he's going, but it'll be interesting. It almost looks like an interesting landscape with a bird and sky and stuff. And then I did some dry on wet, and then some wet on the dry, and then I did a little bit of stamping with that little piece of wood that I had, because I thought that would look fun. And it'll be underneath the next layer, so it'll show through. Like you can see where I painted over that one circle that I did. It'll show through, but it's not going to be super bright. So the next one that I'm going to do will be the cool colors again on this one. And then we shall continue. I hope you're enjoying yourself so far, and we'll be back soon. See you soon.